ma'am.
Good morning, dear children.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
How are you all?
Fine, thank you,
Fine,
ma'am.
thank you.
I hope all of you remember what we have discussed in the last class.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay.
Ma'am.
Can you mute your audio?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of you.
Okay, ma'am.
In between, some disturbance. Then we have discussed about latitudes. We have discussed about our latitudes and 3 heat zones of the earth. Right? Last year you have learned those names, but under
Yes,
which
ma'am.
heading? Climatic zones of the earth. But here we have new heading, heat zones of the earth. Based on the amount of heat received from the sun, we have the torrid zone, the temperate zone, and the frigid zone. Right? Torrid zone is very hot, it experiences very hot. Right? It
Yes,
receives
ma'am.
maximum heat because sun rays fall directly on the equator between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn.
Capricorn.
So we have 3 climatic zones or heat zones: the torrid zone, temperate zone, and the frigid zone. Then you know what are the features of each zone that you have learned in the last class. Today we are going to discuss, we are going to focus on the next one, that are longitude, that is longitudes. What are longitudes, right?
Yes.
I hope all of you know all the points. Anyway, I'll write on the board. You can copy all the points in your lecture book and listen the class. Okay, don't waste time for copying all the points. First you listen, after that you copy all the points. Okay, we are talking about longitude. Talking about longitudes, right? First point we have discussed under the heading longitudes are, what are longitudes, right? Longitudes are imaginary
Vertical line.
imaginary vertical lines. Imaginary vertical lines that run from
North to south.
the north to the south, right?
Yes, ma'am.
North to the south. It's the first point. You got the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Imaginary vertical lines run from the north to the south. When we draw a figure like this is a middle line, and we have
Ma'am, and this middle line is called prime meridian.
imaginary vertical lines, right? Run
Yes,
from the north to south. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the second point? Second point, there are 360 in numbers. There are 360 in numbers. How do we have 360? Then one line pass through the middle of the earth, divide the earth into 2 equal parts, right?
Yes,
Western hemisphere and Eastern hemisphere. We have 180 longitudes in Western hemisphere and 180 in Eastern hemisphere. Total we have 360 in numbers. Got the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Then third point is, longitudes are also known as meridians of longitudes. Longitudes are also known as meridians of longitude.
Ma'am, in latitudes they are calling parallels.
Parallels of meridians of longitude.
Okay.
Meridians of longitudes. When we discuss about latitude, latitudes are also known as parallels because they are parallel to the equator, do not meet each other at any point, right? But
Yes,
here
ma'am.
it is, longitudes are also known as meridians of longitude. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next point, this is 0-degree meridian, right? Line passing through the middle of the earth and divide the earth into two equal parts, western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. This line is called 0-degree meridian. This is 0-degree meridian, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
0-degree meridian passes through Greenwich in the United Kingdom. 0-degree meridian, also called 0-degree meridian.
0-degree meridian.
Which one is a 0-degree meridian? Passing
Ma'am,
through the
the
middle of the
line
earth.
in the
This line.
middle.
Yeah,
Line
line
in
in
the
the middle.
middle.
0-degree meridian, also called what?
0-degree
Meridian
meridian.
is also called
A prime meridian.
Greenwich
Prime meridian.
meridian. Yes, prime meridian
Okay.
also. One more name is there.
Greenwich,
Greenwich
okay.
meridian.
Ma'am, because the place name is Greenwich.
Greenwich meridian passes through Greenwich in the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
line, this middle line is passing through Greenwich in the United Kingdom. It's a place in, Greenwich is a place in the United Kingdom. It's passing through Greenwich in England, right? Okay.
Ma'am, that is what it is called.
And how many points we have discussed?
Ma'am, 4 points.
4
4
points.
points.
Fifth point. 0-degree meridian is also known as prime meridian. 0-degree meridian and is also known as
It has 360
prime meridian.
Ma'am, each of the lines are called meridians. Like that, it has 360-degree meridians.
Yes.
Ma'am, like that you wrote?
Okay. 0-degree meridian. The 0-degree meridian. This one, right? The 0-degree meridian is also known as Greenwich meridian and prime meridian, right? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The next point, 0-degree meridian is also, it's okay. Then distance between those are measured in degrees of longitude. Distance between them are measured in, distance between longitudes are measured. Distance between them means longitudes, right? Distance between them are measured in degrees. In degrees of longitude. In degrees. Distance between them are measured in degrees. See, distance between them. This distance are measured in degrees. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then all meridians are of equal length. All meridians are of equal length. Equal length. See the picture? All meridians equal length. From north to south pole. Length is equal, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear. This length is equal. This is the length. Right?
Ma'am,
Length
but
is
latitudes are small and big. Both are.
Latitudes are not of equal length.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
When length of the latitudes, when it moves towards poles, it is decreasing. Length is decreasing as it moves towards poles, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
why equator is called longest latitude.
Longest.
Then, like this, right? When it moves to poles, what will happen? Length is decreasing. See the last one near poles. This is the longest latitude, right?
Yes.
See, this is the longest. This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
equator. Equator, 0° equator, right? This is the longest latitude.
Yes, ma'am.
As it moves towards poles, length is decreasing, right? But
Yes,
here,
ma'am.
equal length.
Thank
8 point. 8 point. Distance between them are decreasing towards the poles, right? Distance
Yes, ma'am.
between them are decreasing towards poles. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
9th point.
Yes, ma'am.
Meet at poles. Meet at poles. Then look at the picture. This one, they meet at poles, right? My picture is not the correct one, but when you look at the textbook picture, you can see the longitudes meet at poles.
Yes, ma'am.
What about latitudes? Latitudes do
latitudes-
not meet each other at any point. That's why latitudes are called parallels of
Parallel lines.
latitudes.
Parallel
Just
lines.
parallel
Because
to
they
the
don't not meet at
equator,
any
right?
point.
Right like this. But here they are meeting at poles, right?
Yes.
Meet at poles. Clear? Meet at poles. Then one more point you have to learn is opposite to the prime meridian, opposite to 0° meridian or prime meridian, one more meridian is there. It is called 180° meridian. 180° meridian, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It is also known as international dateline.
National dateline.
International dateline. International dateline.
Dateline.
Then this is 0° meridian. Opposite to 0° meridian, we have one more meridian. It is called 180° meridian. It's also known as international dateline. And what is the use of this line, 180° meridian or international dateline? It is used to calculate the dates around the world, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Calculate
ma'am.
dates around the world.
World.
Then these are the 10 points, important points come under the heading. Come under the heading.
Longitudes.
Longitudes. Very good. Very good. I hope it's clear to all of you. I'll explain all the
Yes,
points
ma'am.
one by one.
Okay.
Go to first point. Okay. All of you listen here. First point. Longitudes are imaginary vertical lines that run from the north to the south, right? Imaginary, the word imaginary is important, and it's also vertical lines, right? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then, suppose if you get a question like this, define longitude for 1 mark. What do you have to write? Longitudes are imaginary vertical lines that run from the north
to the south.
south. Okay, very good. Then second point, 360 in numbers. 180 in Western Hemisphere and 180 in Eastern Hemisphere. Total we have 360 longitudes are there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Got the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then, longitudes are also known as meridians of longitudes. 11th standard children are joining. Okay. This is also known as meridians of longitudes, right? Then 0-degree meridian, this one, the middle line, which divide the earth into two equal parts, like equator. When we learn equator, what we learn? Equator is an imaginary vertical line, not vertical, sorry, imaginary horizontal line divide the earth into two equal parts, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, right? But here, this vertical line pass through the middle of the earth, divide the earth into two equal parts, western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere, right? This 0-degree meridian, this one, is also known as Greenwich meridian, passes through Greenwich in the United Kingdom. Next point, 0-degree meridian is also known as a prime meridian, also known as prime meridian. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then distance between them are measured in degrees. Then distance between them, this distance, right? This distance are measured in degrees. This distance are measured in degrees. Then, all meridians are of equal length. This is length. Length. Length equal. Not like latitudes. Distance between latitudes are same. Not distance. Length of latitudes are same.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Latitudes are same.
no, ma'am.
Sorry,
No,
no,
ma'am.
Long,
That is not
longitudes
so, ma'am.
are
Longitude, this
Parallel.
length of longitudes are same. What about latitudes?
latitudes, they are decreasing
They are
when
not.
they go to the poles.
Very good. Length decreasing
When they
towards
reach
the
at the
poles.
poles.
When their pots.
They meet at poles. Here it meets at poles.
False.
Ma'am, longitudes are
Opposite to 0-degree meridian, we have one more meridian. It is called 180-degree meridian. It's also known as international date line. What is the use of international date line? It is
ma'am,
used
because
to
there
calculate dates
are
around
all the
world.
dates world.
It is used to calculate dates around the
World. Fall.
used to calculate the dates around the world. Calculate dates around the
Ma'am, this
yes.
is 11th point. This is 11th
No,
point.
continuation of 10th point. Aldous, can you explain all the points, all 10 points, slowly? Okay. I hope all of you understood all these 10 points.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, longitudes are the imaginary vertical lines that run from north to south.
Yes.
Then distance, it has 360 meridians. Then prime meridian, then the middle line is called the 0-degree meridian, also Greenwich meridian, because that line is passing through Greenwich in UK. Then all meridians are of equal length and the distance between them are decreasing when they reach at the
Towards
poles,
poles.
towards
Right,
the
okay.
poles, and they all meet at one point, meet at poles.
Meet at poles.
Then 180-degree meridian is called international date time because there is to there they calculate the date around the world.
Yes. Fidel, mute your audio.
Okay, ma'am.
Then complete. Next, I'll call.
Ma'am, then also one point, ma'am. The prime meridian makes the Earth hemisphere, western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere.
And meridian
180,
divide the earth into two equal parts, eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere.
180 meridians in western hemisphere and 180 meridians in eastern hemisphere.
Yes, yes. Okay, good. Hanna. Hanna,
Yes, ma'am.
can you explain longitudes?
Yes, ma'am. Longitude is an imaginary vertical line that runs from north to south. The number of longitudes are 360,
Yes.
also known as meridians of latitudes.
Not
Longitudes.
latitude, meridians of longitudes.
Longitudes. 0 degree meridian as called Greenwich meridian because it passes through Greenwich in UK. 0 degree meridian is also known as a prime meridian.
Yes.
Distance between them are measured in degree of longitudes.
Yes.
All meridians are of equal length. Distance between them are decreasing towards poles. They meet at poles. All the longitude meet at poles. 180-degree meridian. International date line used to calculate dates.
Yes. 1 second. Your class time is 10:15, right? Okay. Next, I'll call Zeba.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Longitude are imaginary
All of you listen. All of you listen.
vertical line which runs through north to south. In number, it is 360, and it is also known as meridian in longitude. 0 degree meridian.
Sorry,
also
sorry.
known
I
as
didn't get the
Greenwich
point.
meridian.
Zeba, wait
0 degree.
slowly.
Okay, ma'am. 0 degree meridian, which also known as Greenwich meridian. Greenwich meridian
Why it is
passes
called
through
Greenwich
the
Meridian?
Greenwich meridian passes through Greenwich in UK kingdoms.
Yes. In the United Kingdom.
Okay, ma'am. 0 degree meridian, also known as prime meridian.
Yes.
Distance between them are measured in degrees of longitude.
Yes.
And all the
Degrees of
meridians
longitude. Both.
and all
Distance
the
are measured
meridians
in degrees.
and all the meridians are all the meridians are equal length.
All meridians are of equal length.
Distance between them are decreasing towards the pole. They meet at poles, and one more meridian is that 180 meridian.
Opposite to prime meridian, one more meridian is there. What is that? 180-degree meridian. It is also known as
international date line used to calculate the date around the world.
okay. Then I want to ask you one question. What is the meaning of meridian? Meridian.
Longitude.
What is the meaning of meridian? We call this lines are meridians, right? We call this lines are meridians, right? This one, this is meridian, right? What it is? Imaginary semicircle, right? It's imaginary semicircle on the earth's surface, right? Meridian means imaginary semicircle on the surface of the earth. Imaginary semicircle. Got the meaning?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then, next I'll call Rida. I didn't get any answer from Rida Mazin. Rida, unmute your audio. I'm not getting any response from this child, Rida. Rita, unmute your audio. Rita Mazin. Oh God.
Ma'am, yesterday also he was having some network issues. He was also yesterday when ma'am was asking, he could not tell because.
I will Malayalam class speak on.
But yesterday's class,
She's
ma'am,
called.
yesterday's class also he could not because I think so any network issues.
Okay, next I will call Fidel. Fidel,
Yes, ma'am.
can you explain longitudes?
Longitudes are imaginary vertical lines that run from the north
Can you
to the south.
explain without looking the paper? Because 3, 4 people already explained all the points, right? Can you try to explain without looking at your notebook?
Longitudes are
Imagine the picture, that picture, right?
Longitudes are imaginary vertical lines
Yes.
that run from the north to the south.
Yes.
Those
Good.
are 360 in numbers.
Yes.
Longitudes also
How do
known
we
as
have 316 numbers? How do we have 316 numbers?
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes, Aldous. How do we have?
ma'am, 180 lines in the western hemisphere and 180 lines in the eastern hemisphere.
Very good, very good. You got point, Fidel?
yes, ma'am.
0 degree meridian, divide the earth into 2 equal halves, right? 2 equal parts. Western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. In eastern hemisphere, we have 180 degree and western hemisphere, we have 180 degree, right? Then total we have 360. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then,
Longitudes also known as meridians of longitudes.
yes. What is the meaning of longitudes? I have given the meaning of longitudes. What it is? Not longitude, meridians. I have given meaning of meridian. What it is?
Ma'am, can I say?
Ma'am,
Yes.
can I?
Yes.
Ma'am,
Anyone.
it is imaginary
Meridian means
Ma'am,
semicircle.
meridians means. Ma'am, can I
imaginary
say?
semicircles.
Ma'am,
Imaginary
a
semicircles on the surface of the earth. Very
a
good. Very
circle
good.
passing at the same longitude through a given place on
Yes.
the earth's surface.
Yes, yes. Then, continue, Fidel.
Okay, ma'am. Longitudes also known as zero meridian, also called Greenwich meridian, passes through Greenwich in middle surface.
In which passes through Greenwich in the United Kingdom. Greenwich is a city in United Kingdom, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this line is passing through Greenwich, that city. That's why it is called Greenwich Meridian. The circle is passing through the Greenwich. Clear?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
why it is also known as Greenwich Meridian. Yes.
And can I continue?
Yes.
Longitude also known as zero meridian is also known as prime meridian.
Yes.
Distance between
then are measured in degrees of longitude.
Yes.
Longitudes also, all meridians are of equal length.
Yes.
Distance between the decreasing
Between
towards
them
poles.
are
Poles.
distance between.
Them are decreasing towards poles.
Yes.
Krishna.
Longitudes meet at poles.
Yes. Meet at poles. Very good.
Longitudes have 180 meridian international dateline used to calculate date around the world.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear children. See you in the next class. I have sent notes yesterday. Did you get the notes?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I got.
Write in your notebook. Study. Go
Sure,
through
ma'am.
it and study well. Yes. Very good.
Ma'am, we want to write in the paper,
Which one?
old paper, notes.
Yes.
Ma'am, we didn't got any notebook. We only
No
got.
notebooks here. We are not from 6 onwards. No notebooks. We have filing system. Write in a paper, and after that we have to file all the paper. You got a file, paper file, right?
Ma'am, we can't hear.
Also, Alice didn't get it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear children. If you have any doubt, contact me.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, dear children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank